Of course, looking down in that bot lane, CML going to be down up against March, and you're going to have Gabby and Bot going at it on the Batrider and on the Void.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And CML will find Gabby's courier on the way out to the Void, and that's not going to be good news for Gabby, as of course Bok is going to be providing a lot of harassment, especially with that sticky napalm. And well, at least Gabby does have the Wander, so he'll be able to at least get something back out of it.
It shouldn't be as hard of a time for Gabby. Like, you're not seeing Bok really commit just yet. That is because Gabby's holding on to the time walk, and CML hasn't been focusing on trying to force Gabby to commit. Not going to have a window just yet in the bot lane. Find any sort of commitment.
KP, falling low to Natsumi, but he'll be alright, he'll survive. Only problem is KP really doesn't have any reason. I think he does have something coming out on the courier. He does use the stick charge, but no, it's still no regen. He'll get brown boots. Tims will come back in and take care of the regen for him.
That's one of the nice things of having that IO in the lane. You don't really need too much regen. The IO just needs up, and you can get to a reasonable amount. Now, while all that was happening, Boomy was trying to get his own farm by pulling the wave. He's been stacking for himself as well. If this move isn't punished by TNC, Boomy's going to hit pretty good timing on his own farm.
Boomy really not allowing them to try and contest those jungle creeps. Being very frustrating up at this top lane on that support Magnus. We'll rotate mid now, and Armel got to run the other way as Boomy does have the level 1 skewer. Armel is turning around, skewer back into the tier 1 tower. There's going to be no follow-up. It was a bit of a bait play, but Armel does not continue moving forward with the ink swell, and Boomy will deny them the illusion rune by taking it himself.
A lot of commitment from TNC to keep Armel alive. They do understand a prioritization of this jar. He needs that early farm, he needs that early levels. One movement like that from Adroit and suddenly you have two supports leaving their side lanes. That could cause issues. That does free it up for Adroit, and we have seen them do this before. The moment you give them leeway in these side lanes, they can find a lot more to play with.
Armel, he found the first one. Looks like Matt was trying to go in for a kill attempt there, but ends up dying first, and Armel will happily just kill himself off and get a reset on the gyrocopter. But that is going to be a very, very important kill for that gyro. Definitely gives him a bit of a lead after that laning phase.
Bit of an even exchange for sides. Not going to be too upset. Going to be a bit better for Armel. Does find that kill while he's alive. Soak a little bit. But Mac does get some additional creep.
Well, looking back down at the bot lane, Gabby, he's been farming okay on the Void. The Bok has been a little bit frustrating on this Batrider. There's really not much you can do with your Gabby, and we talked about this before, where there's only so many times he can hard the damage off that Bok is dishing out. It does help him quite a bit, however, and Gabby just be forced to back off again. He has to play this very safe. When you look at Natsumi's farm, Natsumi's really getting so much quicker ahead. Probably about 18 markets ahead of the Void.
It's a good time for the troll. That's all happening while Boomy is playing the jungle. So he's playing this super greedy Magnus support that just isn't being hunted down.
Is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
TNC gonna try and force in that mid tower very, very early. This is one of the things you can try and do up against a Chen draft, right? Where you try and get that map control before they start trying to go for it. Because once they try, you can't really stop it. Though bot lane Gabby almost falls very low on that Batrider. What I was trying to say, John, is if you can force down these important towers early on, if you are on TNC, it almost denies Adroit that option to try and do themselves in front map. Zips in, hoping this song could be dodged, but the T1 does still go down. And Mac essentially eventually finds himself without a lane.
He has really played much more aggressive down mid. They're playing around Armel much better. This is sacrificing their side lanes, and you actually look at the net worth difference. Adroit, even though it's a 1-to-1 in terms of kills, Adroit is 3k ahead in net worth. They've found a lot more farm on the map and a lot more efficiently because they're giving space to these greedier supports to find that jungle farms. Umi's gonna be set to have a decent time to blink. You have Bok who has having basically a free time down bot.
Do commit cooldown, not commit chrono for this Batrider kill, and Bot barely goes down. He didn't have any stick charges to commit. That was a lot committed for that first Batrider kill, but I suppose if you have the chrono, if you have the cooldown, just commit it. Just get a kill out of it.
That's definitely how TNC has to play this. They've got to play it. You need to shut down that troll. You can't give space to Adroit to try to hit their timings. You have to start shutting down this map. There's way too much jungle farm being taken by Adroit right now. This is how they're going to recover. Mac needs a lot of this to get started. You do have a lot more leeway for Natsumi as he hasn't been tested up top. Or no.
They do. Still, he does have the IO, but now the lasso back. Timmons has no choice but to follow Arnold and try to keep him alive, and it will be enough. Arnold actually still falling. Still getting burnt down by the flame break, I believe it was, of Bot, but it does not end up being enough. A very, very close call, however.
It's a lot of committal from TNC to keep Armel alive. Basically, never seeing Armel without his two supports. He's always going to have Tims around, and even March kind of has to stay in that general area where the Gyrocopter is. So once more, you're keeping your Gyrocopter safe. It's coming at the cost of giving farm to everyone else on Adroit's side. Yeah, you managed to find Bok a couple of times. He's still going to get that pretty decent timing on the Boots of Travels and the Blink. And once that's up, of course, he's just going to be a menace around him.
You see March trying to be very disruptive on that Grimstroke. Trying to really take some farm away from Natsumi. He was just farming up stacks. March will try to take an outpost for himself. Right at that 10-minute mark. He will, but should be taken back in time. I say that, but TNC look to try and set up a team fight up at that top lane now. As they are going to try and force in that tier 1 tower. Who's the only one there just freely farming up on the Magnus, the KP, going to hit the Stampede. And that'll be the level 4 Magnus going down, and that should allow TNC to pick up this tier 1 tower.
You're gonna find really easy objective so far. Adroit is not gonna be fighting this one. They're the ones taking the back seat this time around. They're the ones playing a bit more passive. It's up to TNC to really maximize this spike, this advantage they do. You're gonna have Chrono up on Gabby in about 10 seconds. You would want to see another Chrono flying out, try to find a couple of easy kills, and go for more objectives. Perhaps that tier 1 down bot. That's gonna be a very easy target to take, or maybe start rushing a tier 2.
You still kind of question what's happening with Natsumi though, like, he's 4.9k, Mac's right behind him on the Storm. Speaking of Mac, John, he's 1.3k ahead of the Gyrocopter. Now there's going to be a bit of a team fight up top, or rather, the Grid is trying to defend this 1k. There's a very nice boost onto Bob. RP is available on Boomy. They're going to be careful about that, but he does commit the skewer. And the droids just aren't ready to team fight yet. But back to my point, in terms of cores, Adroit is really finding so much more farm.
They definitely are. They're 5k ahead over TNC despite being so far behind. Although the Chrono onto Mac, that should be a good kill.
If it is a kill, Mac will just zip away. Yeah, he's gone. Just TPs. Oh, man. What are you going to do about
it? They had the relocate on Armel. They did land inside a Chrono, so they preemptively cast a homing missile to try to keep him in place. And that just cost him. That would have been a nice kill. We talked about the timing of the Chrono. At the very least, Gabby's trying. It doesn't pay off, and that's more time for Adroit to farm up. 5k lead earlier. They're still getting really good farm distribution. Umi is just about 500, 700 gold away from that blink in the bull.
They found him, a sitting duck without his IO. And that's what you're worried about. Like, the Gyrocopter just does nothing once the IO is dead. Tim's is kind of just playing a hero that can't do anything on his own. He's very reliant on being with that gyrocopter. And, well, with all this farm going Adroit's way and with no signs of slowing down at TNC, you kind of wonder, what do you do? Like, is Gabby really going to find enough farms to keep up?
Gonna need a lot, and they really need to play around that chrono. This is a really strange situation. Normally when your two towers behind, you have a bit of a network lead. TNC have neglected to farm so much that it's costly. They'll find Bob.
Nice kill. So they do get the Batrider.
It's under attack.
It kind of feels like a distraction here from Bok though, doesn't it? Like, you've kept this Batrider down fair enough, and it's going to take him another while to get that blinker. But now you look at Booney, he has a blinker.
That's it. That's what Adroit's waiting for. They've got ways to set their plays up. They've got ways to take these team fights. We already saw the effect of his RP without it. Like, he just catches the heroes. That's enough. That's all you need to catch the IO gyrocopter. That's always going to be enough to fights for you.
Top lane Bok, keeping an eye out on Tims and Mel. He does have the lasso, would love to just drag Tims away. Tims, flame break does connect as he tries to tether. Bok will not chase any further. And looks like TNC have now grouped up as three and started smoking. You do have the chrono that just came off cooldown for Gabby, and he wants to commit it immediately. However, it is going to be into another 4 or 5 man smoke here from Adroit. And are they going for a Roshan play or are they going for a gank? Well, they'll spot out Gabby on the Void. They must know chronos available, but they'd love to just go to the team fight anyway. In fact, Gabby may be the chrono, and he does. He's on the storm, but now the plan back on the KP. He's down 3 of them, and they're all going to fall apart as well. He'll try to run away. The fight continues as March in the back gets taken out. They do at least find a top Relay, however. Battle Trap just popped too early on, and now the relocates in. They're going to try and find something more out of this from Matt. He can get out TML. Can you get a TP cancellation? No Bash is coming out. Oh boy, they found a troll warlord, but you committed buybacks for that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That is, I don't know if I call that well worth it.
No, definitely not. Not with the amount of buybacks are worth it. Adroit can be extremely happy with how that fight went. And the Chronosphere is just not enough. Kill off Mac with the farm he has, and with the damage on Gabby, they had Armel around towards the end. Not quite enough. They need the gyrocopter around to damage off onto Mac. Otherwise, that Chrono committal is not going to be enough, and they don't have any other way of keeping control on Matt. Chronosphere gone, he's gonna zip around just fine. This is gonna be a constant issue for TNC. With that Chrono expended, this is an opening for Adroit. They don't have RP, but they can force out some ganks of tops if they so.
Well, they're gonna get back up to that top lane, TNC. They continue to try applying pressure. Boom, he's going to find Mark with the Grimstroke. Install going to be there with the silence. He can't skew his way, but Matt is there to help him. So he's got the whole team there. Booney has already died. Matt trying to find a trail to March. They can't get fast enough, and that'll be enough. They run away. And TNC, I doubt they chase any further. So they do back off.
Lot of caution from TNC while this Chrono is down. I do respect that they still are trying to play aggressive when they can. That was a relief from Boomy. I think he was trying to get the skewer off, trying to wait out or kill off that silence out. Quite enough that by himself gets punished for it. That is a clean pick-off for TNC. This is the moment where they're kind of playing cautiously. Gabby is forward. Could be targeted here. He does have... Well, now he doesn't, but... Gonna have to be cautious as...
Yeah, relocate is coming in. Bok will just wait. Chrono in a second. He will have enough very soon in the lasso. A second before he has it. And then when Storm's coming, CML will take him out in tins. Oh, the timing from Adroit. Just perfect. And now 4KP gets slower. It's really something has to do with the stampede, but Billy says no. You're going nowhere. Sit down, young man.
Boy, just all over the map, always finding these big kills. You just can't afford to leave for a moment in enemy jungle when Adroit is just basically there. They had the outpost, no one was TPing and no one going in to help anyway. They lose a tier 1 for their troubles as well, and Adroit is still holding on to that solid 8k lead. There's nothing fluctuating. Constantly, Bloodstone coming out for Mac that's going to allow him to just zip around wherever he wants with less of concern for working for its ag straight up. With the RP, having that Vortex AoE follow-up. There's so much control that could come out here from Adroit. It is a bit scary. They've got to... TNC has got to find a way to kill off Mac.
They haven't yet. You've got Gabby with the Diffusal Blade, and I guess, you know, if you can drain the mana of Mac and Chrono, even if he doesn't kill him, it may just be enough. Mac has not been very concerned about that yet, that's for sure. And he's just getting bigger and bigger, especially with that Bloodstone. He just has so much sustain. And, well, Natsumi, what's he got coming on the way? He's got a Yashra. Mid-lane Mac gets jumped on, Silence is there, he has Chrono. He may have to commit and does, but the wrong healthy the Storm is, John, he won't die. Stormlight comes up, they heal him up, but now Boomy jumps in. No RP available, they actually do find Mac. They found Boomy as well. Now they need to go for more. It's not enough. More business through the flame break box, that was not the one you're looking for, maybe it was. The lasso, Gabby goes down, they have chased too far. KP will also lose his life. And maybe 2 kills was enough. Maybe they should have just ran away. This March, he knows. He tries, but he is dead.
Just not even trades here. TNC, they do at least find the kill on Mac, but they lose out on Gabby anyway. That's well, for TNC, this is going to allow Adroit to just straight up go to the Roche. They know the Chrono's down. They've got a troll with a Morbid Mask, straightforward Roche to take.
Yeah, that's quite fast. I guess they just give the... You'd assume they'd give the Aegis to Mac, sure. Like, no, not so, you'll take it. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's fair enough. I think it's still much more value on the Storm, though.
On paper, it does give Natsumi technically 3 lives to play with. He has a lot more leeway to just stand and fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, he does have more network as well, so I guess it makes enough sense if you look at the efficiency of play. However, Arnold does go for a heavy power bit.
I think they
Fair enough. You've got to disarm now, but...
Like, you need to stop Natsumi from getting that damage out. That's gonna give you a very good way to negate his battle trance entirely.
They're gonna need that soon, as Adroit is pushing in that tier 2 mid tower. No Chrono available on Gabby for another 40 seconds. Armel. Let's disarm. Box looking for a lasso, skewer back, who they found its KP. Cooldown will be committed, and Adroit will simply walk out of the big circle. You reset, you keep going, Natsumi says let's keep going, and Mac goes to the Vortex, back onto KP. They want that Centaur gold, and now a Soul Bind to be expended. And so they're forced out 2 ultimates for the really nothing. Like TNC don't get anything out of them at all. But Adroit, they don't feel confident, they do want to back off, and I suppose it's fair enough, but right now there's just no rush for them.
There were opportunities there. Boomy hasn't expended the RP, although the Chronosphere is back up from Gabby. That could be why the hesitation was there. They are keeping track of that ult usage quite well from Adroit and TNC. They've been playing around the time of that Chrono well from Gabby, but Adroit seems to be... Every single time they just kind of toss Mac in front. They know Mac is always going to be the biggest target. He's in front. They did manage to clean him up last time around, but that wasn't in the duration of Chrono. That was because they got the Soul Bind off. Adroit are still happy to extend that Chrono without any kills happening during the Chrono. That's always going to be the trade Adroit is looking for.
Well, bot lane. Adroit will take the T2 tower. TNC, they're trying to set up for the top tier 2, but they are going to have to come back and defend this. There's a tier 3 about to be taken down by Adroit if they're not too careful. Every ultimate on the map is available apart from the soul line. That'll be 10 seconds away on the Grimstroke anyway. Adroit, they do not choose to pursue. They'd rather back off. With the 13k net worth, you certainly don't want to give TNC away back into the game by losing a huge team fight. So you can understand why Adroit is being rather cautious about this. Gonna make Arnold forward. Boomy looking to find a skewer for himself. They'd love to find Gabby first, but he does have chrono already. Skewer back from Boomy. He doesn't want to risk getting caught in the chrono. KP now. Gonna be fine as well. Will they jump on Mac? He actually finds the void! Way out of position! Gabby!
Just trying to farm in that downtime, trying to hard for it. They still have the RP on Boomy, mind you. And they've got a lot of tools here to force a fight out.
No buyback on the void. This is the chance. Definitely if they're going to find a tier 2 tower, like there's no doubt about that, but the question is, do they try and force a tier 3? I think you do. I think you try to force a buyback and you'll find that there is no effect. He can put forward a match. He does take the second. He wants to be able to later down the other. He comes in. 30,000 two of them and blows them up. And it looks worse and worse for TNC as time goes on. But now Adroit should be able to clean up that first lane of rats. There is some legitimate concern about Gabby and the chrono. And in fact, with that Heaven's Harbour being popped up, soon as you want it back, well, he still has an Aegis. He knows it's going to expire soon anyway. So he may as well risk his life. And they're going to start to really try and pressure him back. The Aegis should go. In fact, Natsumi's just telling him, take it. Just take it. The disrespect of Natsumi as he runs away. And TNC, I guess they still have chrono, but this is still a dangerous team fight to take. Looks like Adroit will back off anyway.
They're going to be very happy with that. These Aegis right before expiry, they take the melee racks, they take the first tower, tier 3 tower of the game as well. So Adroit's just pretty much set. 8 to 14, 18k net worth lead, 24 and a half minutes. I mean, that's not something you see too often when the enemy team's running the Gyrocopter IO. They're supposed to be the ones farming up. They're the ones who are supposed to, very least, on Gyrocopter. Like, maybe a bit more even in terms of Gyrocopter should definitely be way more farmed up now. Even Gabby is taking the backseat in terms of farm. His Faceless Void only has the Diffusal, nothing else.
Well, no, we'll have the Aghanim Scepter up soon on the Gyrocopter, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Just TNC, they're just so behind, and the map's getting smaller and smaller for them. They go up as 4 to the top lane. Well, Bot, he does probably head out. They could try to go for this, but it looks like it's a bait from Bot anyway. They won't bot wasting time, as the Troy has started to force the Bot tier 3 as well.
They got the RP up and running again, although they're out. Looks like they've got the Shadow Blade up and running on their mag, so a lot more options for the. Finally, CR melts. Aghanim Scepter up, so his damage output is going to be a bit better. He's got a lot more stats to play with. I don't think that's going to be enough. You have to consider ads on map. Troll Adroit has to play. RP being. They do have the Chronosphere. Gabby needs to land it on a big target. Like, go for Mac again, burst him down in the Chrono, and then try to clean up. Don't overextend. You can find that kill and you're not in a good spot. Take it and back off, because they'll fight back, even if they're behind.
Oh, that's really caught there. It is going to be the Grimstroke and March. Not survive. That's your Grimstroke gone with no buyback. Smackdown straight up on the iron. They're just gone. Oh no, will also die. No buyback available on the gyro. Tim's ball back, but who's he got to tether to? That's it, GG's call. They had enough.
Boy, taking it 2-0 up against TNC. Really clean game number 2. They got the Boombats madness. It wasn't banned out. There's a reason why in every match of Adroit that we watch, that's a first phase ban. Slid through in game 2.